with a tennis racket. That thing's pretty solid. You don't want to get hit with that.
Right.
So just make sure you're watching Candace and everything. You don't want to get whacked.
Okay.
All right. So take it easy. Okay. Here we go. Round two. All right. Oh, whoa, Jared. Jared. She's trying to hit the ball. You got to be aware again. You can't just go in front of her. You're gonna get hit with the ball.
That's my fault.
Just try to be aware. Use your peripheral vision and just take it easy. All right.
Come from communication between you two saying, I got it if we're going one at a time. Candace, you make sure you're the one in the front who's going first. Jared, you give her enough room behind. Just be aware.
Yeah, so just be aware. Alright. So let's try some serving. Candace, you want to have one of those?
You serving to me? Okay.
Alright. Ready? Alright. Nice and easy like we learned. Wait. That ball's a little close. I don't really know how your serving's like. You might get crazy and step on that, and then you can easily roll an ankle. So before you're going to serve or play or anything, just make sure you don't have any balls around your feet, just to be safe. Alright? So now go ahead with your serve. Nice.
What a serve.
Alright, so that's part of our safety talk. Could anyone tell us some things that you learned about safety on the tennis court? One thing?
You need to be aware of your surroundings.
Good.
Because
That's a great point.
You don't want to hit anyone, or you don't want to get hit
Yeah,
by a ball or a racket.
exactly.
Very
That would
good.
be bad news. What else?
You want to make sure the balls are clear when you're hitting the ball or
Good.
serving, so you don't roll an ankle.
Exactly. Because that'd be a good way to end your little career as a tennis pro.
Get pretty intense and just not realize that there's a ball right next to your foot and just roll an ankle.
Alright guys, so we're going to get started. We're going to learn the backhand today. So be excited about that.
Yeah.
Woo! Wow! Wow, you guys. It's a little more tricky. So we're just, just be open to it, and let's get started on our warm-up. If you guys remember, just form a line here. Sprint up to the net, side shuffle, back pedal at the middle line, side shuffle, and then sprint. And we're going to go through that twice again. Really emphasize your fast footwork because that's really important in tennis, alright? So let's get nice and warmed up, nice and agile, and let's do this. Here we go, Aaron.
That's really taking
Good. Alright, you guys,
I'm going to catch you, Chris.
Chris, don't let Josh catch you. Don't let him be faster than you. Good job, you guys. Alright, jog back. Eric, jog back around. Nice.
I mean, like,
fast feet. Good. Those are quick.
make sure you're watching your footing. These courts aren't ideal. We just don't want anyone to trip on the cracks. So be aware
Alright,
of your
second round.
footing.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, be careful about this court.
Quick feet.
Come on, Megan, catch Josh.
I dare you, Megan. I dare you.
Oh, Josh. Good job, guys. Alright, finishing through. Eric, is that round 3 for you? We only need to do
Dude, I had to walk to class this morning.
Alright, you guys, so if you could just line up around this baseline here, and we're going to do some stretching. So just spread out across this whole half of the court. So you guys do like a U around me, horseshoe type thing. Alright, so if you want to just start out, grab your quad, get those fired up. And while you're stretching, just listen up. So we're going to go over what some of these lines mean. If some of you aren't familiar with tennis, it can get kind of confusing, like why are there so many lines? Alright, so that there is the baseline or end line. That's going to be where you serve from. It's out of bounds as far as length of the court goes. So that is we're going to refer to as baseline. Over here, on this side and on this side, those are the alleys. Those really only come into play when you're playing doubles. So if you're playing doubles, the outside line is going to be like the sideline. But if you're playing singles, then this inside line is the sideline. So if you're playing singles, you don't really need to worry about that. If it hits this green in the alley, it's out. But if you're playing doubles, that's in. So just know that's called the alley. And go ahead and switch legs while I'm talking. If you guys did both of those, then we'll sit on the ground, extend your leg, and reach for your toe. Alright, so we've got the baseline there, the alleys on either side here, And then these two rectangles are your serving zones. So if you're serving from the opposite side, and I'm on this side of the court, I want to serve across my body to the opposite diagonal serving zone. Alright? So, yeah, when you're serving, you're just aiming for this box or that box. Same thing. Whether you're playing singles or doubles, it has to be within this area. The little alley does not affect serving, even if you're playing doubles. Alright, so Harrison, what is this little guy on the side called?
The alley.
Good. Megan, what are you sitting on there? What line is that?
Baseline.
Good. Allie, what are these two guys here?
The serving boxes.
Good. Serving boxes, serving zones. So yeah, just go ahead and switch when you guys are ready. Keep stretching. And yeah, those are some of the lines on the court.
So you're finishing up stretching. Whatever's tight, stretch what you need. You know yourselves. Before we get into the backhand, we are going to do some forehand review and practice. It's been a long, crazy weekend. And I doubt that many of us spent it playing tennis rather than doing spring sing or whatever that looks like. So when you guys feel like you're all stretched, grab your racket and then toe back to your same spot that you're in right now. Well,
After myself. The rocket lady. Yeah, I'm supposed to use like the semi-western grip, right?
Does everyone have a racket?
alright. Who can tell me the 3 movements of the forehand? Harrison.
Pivot, transfer, follow through.
Nice.
And before any of those happen, how should I be standing? Yeah, in your ready position, right? So you're gonna be on the balls of your feet about shoulder width. Someone talking about the grip.
You're shaking the racket's hand.
Yes. It's the Eastern grip, shaking the racket's hand. That's about all it is. You're holding it in your dominant hand, loosely holding it in your non-dominant hand. So the first is gonna be the pivot. You guys can all do it with me. You're gonna pivot. Your weight's gonna be on your back foot. And can someone tell me what your hand motion is like with the racket?
Knocking stuff off.
Like you're knocking something off the table. Well done. Then we've got the transfer. We're transferring our weight from our back to our front foot. It's going to be a low to high motion, and this is where we're going to have a tight, firm grip on the racket, so we get a good contact with the ball. And then our follow through is going to be where? Over our shoulder. And how can you check to make sure you have a good follow through? Looking over your elbow. Well done. You guys remembered more than I thought you would. Do I have a brave volunteer that is willing to step up, hit a couple balls with the forehand, and let us critique them?
Right here.
Josh looks excited about it.
Josh is really excited. Okay, so everyone stay where you are. Candace is going to hit a couple balls, and Josh is going to return it with the forehand. And we're just going to look at his stance and see what he is doing well, maybe what he can work on.
We're going to hit the ball at you?
Sure.
In the shoulder?
Right there.
Okay. Oh boy. That's right, you told me.
Alright, so did you guys notice he was in his ready position before she hit it, and then he adjusted to where it was, got his body around it, and then did the 3 steps. So that was good, Josh.
It was planned.
Does anyone remember, this is a little more technical, when we pivot and then when we transfer? It's okay if not. Does anyone remember that?
Earlier than you think.
Pivot is going to be earlier than you think. Pretty much right when they hit it. Then the transfer is going to occur when the ball bounces. And that's when we're going to go through. Alright, so if you guys remember, your 2 groups, we were in 2 groups last time. We're going to break into those same groups. This court is struggling a little bit and doesn't have a net, but we are going to pretend like there's an imaginary net and we're just going to go with it. So we're going to break into your same groups and we're going to do the exact same thing. Each person is going to take 2 hits with the forehand, go to the back of the line, make sure they have plenty of room, and we're going to be serving at you. And then we're going to bring it back in a few minutes. So break into your groups.
Alright, so let's get on our courts.
Same group.